Good morning. Welcome to this edition of the Sunday Morning Bagel. I'm Dr. Marc Feldman, Libertarian candidate for president. This week I'm in Orlando, Florida for the Libertarian National Committee meeting. Not that easy finding New York Times, but I was successful. Have my bagel and ready to look at today's news. Of course, top of the news today, Paris attack was the work of 3 teams. Quote, act of war, unquote, by ISIS, France asserts. It is good that that's in quotes, because this is not a war. This was an act of terrorism. There are people who want this to be a war. ISIS, the Islamic State, wants it to be a war. They want to be a state. These are the two things that ISIS really wants. I read an excellent article in the Atlantic on what ISIS wants. Basically, it comes down to two things at this point. They want to be a country, and they want to be at war with us and the West in general. This is who they see as the enemy. But they're not a state. They're a terrorist group. They weren't elected or come to power from a grassroots organization. They moved into a power vacuum that a few power-hungry people are exploiting the Islamic religion to say that they have a caliphate, but they don't. This is just a group of people in a no man's land, an area where the former powers are displaced. So this is how we need to look at what our response should be. We should not be talking about war. We should be talking about our own defense and security, about improving lives for ourselves and for everyone around the world. There's a saying, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Let's do it the other way. First we'll fight them, then we'll laugh at them, then we'll ignore them, and then they'll lose. The fact is, they could kill 100 people, maybe more, but we're millions and millions of people, and we are strong, and we will survive. And we need to send the message that we will not be terrorized. We will not build you up because you're not worth it. Strategy shift for ISIS, inflicting terror in distant lands. Well, I don't know that it's a change in strategy. I think it's just another tactic. And unfortunately, it got them on the front page. But there is no shortage of people willing to use this kind of a crisis to further their own agendas. It's Rahm Emanuel who said, never let a crisis go to waste. Democrats use it to change the agenda so people don't worry about taxes or the poverty problems. Republicans use it to justify a ballooning military budget and more and more spending and debt. We need to stop it. We need to say that the war on drugs is over. We need to change our strategy and look at it as a health problem, not a criminal issue. Same with the war on poverty, which makes no sense. War on extremism. We need to stop all the war. Why do we have this war? Why does government like war so much? Because it takes away our freedom. War allows the government to say we need to have central authority. We need to be able to tell people what to do. We need to control people's decisions, and we need to control our resources. And that's not the way we solve problems. We solve problems by empowering individuals to give us the choices and to us the resources so that we can make this world better a little bit at a time. So I'm going to cut it short today so I can get to the meeting. Thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you next week.